Hi everyone, I hope all of you are doing great. So now we are going to write our first Ansible book. So before we start, let me show you what is my lab setup. So here you can see this is the IP address of my laptop. So here you can see the IP address, and then I'm having a server which is having the IP address of 192.168.1.19. This is going to be our Ansible management node. And on this Ansible management node, we are going to create playbooks, and also we are going to create inventory. Which is going to be used by Ansible to fire commands or basically run any task on the target servers. Again, we are going to use different protocols to connect to these servers. For example, to connect to CentOS, we are going to use SSH. To connect to Windows, we are going to use WinRM. Now, one thing, if you see here, for CentOS, I have two different servers. But for Windows, I do not have any different servers. So what I'm doing is from Ansible, I'm going to connect back to basically the laptop which I'm using, which is having Windows operating system installed. Okay, so this is going to be the setup. Now let's get started and start writing our first playbook. So I'm going to keep first playbook very simple. Okay, we will basically try to ping all of the servers like CentOS servers and Windows operating system servers. So first of all, I need to log into all the servers. I have opened command prompt because I'm using Windows operating system, and then we are going to use SSH to log into our different servers. So the management node or the control node which we have is having the IP address of 192.168.1.19. Okay, and I'm using SSH to connect. Now I need to supply the password. Here you can see we have connected to the management node. Now let's do one thing, clear the screen, and also let's rename it. I'm just going to rename it so it is easier for you to know which host we are connected to. Okay, so this is management node, and then we are going to open couple of more prompts. So here we are going to connect to other nodes, other CentOS nodes. So the IP address is 192.168.1.20, and again you need to supply the password which you have set up. So here you go, we have connected to our CentOS 1 server. So let me rename it as well. Let's simply call it CentOS 1. And then we are going to connect to one more server which is 192.168.1.21. Okay, entered the password. Now let's clear all the screen and let's rename this as well. Okay, so anytime if you want to know which screen basically I am on, you can just see the tab and you'll be able to know which server I'm connected to. Okay, so most of the things we are going to basically perform here at management node, but I still just wanted to show you that we are having multiple servers where we are going to connect to with the help of Ansible. Now one thing we need to know is, if you see, we have logged into all the servers using root user. Now in a production environment, it is not really a good idea to connect to servers using root user. So what you can do is you can create a user which you can use to manage Ansible related tasks. For example, here we can do we can run user add command and create a user which is called Ansible. Okay, and you can do the same on all the nodes. Now here you see I'm getting the error that user already exists because I have already created the user. It means I can switch to that user now. Okay, to switch to the user we can do su space hyphen Ansible. So now if you see, we are logged in as Ansible user. Okay, now it is just a user. Okay, we have not really done anything extra here. This is just a new user. If you do ID, you can see that right now we are logged in as Ansible user. And again, to connect to the target machines also, what we can do is we can have a similar user created. So on the target machines also, for example, on CentOS 1 and CentOS 2, if you see, I already have a user created which is called Ansible. Now you don't need to create a user with the same name. You can have any name depending on the project structure or your organization policy or whatever. Okay, or if you're working for a client, you can follow the naming standard which your client suggests. So now we have switched to Ansible user, and here if I do pwd, you can see right now I'm in /home/Ansible. And if I do ll, you can see right now we have a directory called backup, and then we have some YAML file created. We don't need to bother about all this now. Now let's go ahead and start creating our playbook. Now in order to create a playbook, as I told you, we need to have a host file, okay, which is also called an inventory file. Okay, so let's create our inventory file first and let's call it hosts. Again, I'm using vi editor. You can use any editor of your choice. So here what we need to do is we are going to write a logical name in the square bracket. So let's call it CentOS servers, and here we are going to give IP addresses of our CentOS server. So in this case it is going to be 192.168.1.20 and the other IP addresses which is 21. Okay, so right now let's just put these IP addresses. If we want to put Windows IP address, we can do that as well. And for example, let's call it Windows server, and the IP address which we have is this one, and just save it and exit. Now let's just see the content of this host file. Here you can see we have our changes have been saved. So now what we can do is we can go ahead and create our first playbook. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to create a playbook which is called ping CentOS servers.yaml. Again, this YAML file can be named anything, just end it with YAML extension. It is an YAML file, so it is going to begin with 3 hyphens, then hit enter, give hyphen space name. Okay, and here you can give a name to this play. So first thing, as I shown you in the previous video, there is some structure which we have to follow for YAML playbook. Okay, so we are just following that structure. So first we are going to create a play, and this play is going to have a logical name. So let's call it ping CentOS servers. And then we are going to give hosts, so on which target system it should run. Okay, so in this case we have created a group in our hosts file which is called CentOS servers, so we are going to give that name. So this task is basically going to run only on the CentOS servers. Okay, and then let's create tasks, and under the task we can just create a task which is called, again we can have multiple tasks, but in our case we are just going to keep it simple and going to create or going to add basically only one task. And the name I'm going to give to that task is ping CentOS servers now. Okay, or we can call it pinging CentOS servers now, whatever you want to give, you can give that. And then we just the task which we are going to run is called ping. Okay, so that's all. I think we are pretty much ready to run our first YAML file. Now remember one thing, as I told you in the previous video, there is a task which is called gather facts which runs by default. So if you want to disable that, you can just do gather facts no. Okay, so it is going to save some of your time, and it is not going to collect all the system related information from the target machine. Now in order to run this task, we are going to use Ansible Playbook, and we need to use -i to provide the name of the inventory file which is basically called hosts file in our case. And then we are going to give the YAML file name and hit enter. Now it is going to run it. Now here you can see when it is connecting for the first time, it is basically asking whether you know this server, you want to cache the fingerprint, and also just write yes and hit enter. It is going to prompt you only for the first time when you are connecting to the new machine, and after that it is not going to be prompting you for that. Now here you can see it is saying okay. Let's wait for this task to finish completely. So it has basically executed on this target server which is ending with the IP address of .21. Okay, and now probably it is going to run on the other server which is ending with .20. So let's wait for that. Okay, in fact what happened is here you can see it tried to basically connect to 192.168.1.20, but because the key was not cached, it couldn't run, and then it moved to the next prompt and we provided yes. So that's why it executed properly on this server. Okay, so what we can do is, in order to cache the key, we can try to connect to that server by writing SSH Ansible @192.168.1.20. And then here you can see it is asking for caching, so let's say yes, and after that I'm just going to basically cancel it, and then we will run the playbook again. Now the beauty of Ansible Playbook is, as I told you, it is idempotent. So basically you can run the same playbook again and again, and it is not going to cause any error. Now let's clear the screen because it's just getting little too messy. So right now you can see what we have done is we have created a file which is called ping CentOS server. So let's see the content of the file again. Okay, this is what we have given. Now let's do Ansible -playbook and -i, provide the name of the inventory file, then provide the name of the playbook. Now in this case you can see first it is saying play ping CentOS server. So this is the name of the this is the name we had given. So here you can see it is saying that this play is running, and under this play these are the tasks which it is running. So it is running the task of ping CentOS servers now. And on which servers it has run? It has run this task on these two servers. So both of these have been successful. That's why we are seeing this in the play recap. We are seeing that OK equal to 1 and there is nothing failed. Okay, if some task fails on any of the target server, we are going to see that task has failed. Now let's do one thing. I'm just going to open this playbook again, and let's change this gather facts to yes. So you will see there is one extra task which is going to run, which is called gathering facts. And let's do, or I think I have this command saved, so we are going to rerun this command again. Okay, now here you can see there is one additional task which has executed, which is called gather facts. What it does is it gathers all the information about the system. For example, what is the operating system of the target where these tasks are going to run, what is the hardware information, CPU core, memory information, so things like that. I'm going to show you these information in detail, but right now you just need to know that if you set gather facts to yes, there is one additional task which is going to run on all the target servers. Now in production, if you are not really using these information, it is better that you disable the gathering facts because unnecessarily it is going to run on all the target host and going to spend extra time in running this task and gathering all the information, which is not really relevant to the playbook. Now what we will do is we have in our let's see our inventory file. So in our inventory file we had basically a Windows server as well. Now if we try to connect to Windows server, we are going to get error because we won't be able to connect to the Windows server without providing some additional information. So what I will do is I have saved this additional information here. So I'm just going to copy this information and then we are going to paste it in the hosts file. So let me remove this line and paste this information. Okay, so right now here what you can see is that we have IP address, and then we are telling connect to this Windows server using Ansible username of administrator. Okay, and the password is admin. Again, you need to make sure you don't really provide the password as a text. So we are going to learn Ansible Vault in our upcoming tutorial, and there you will know how we can provide this password securely. Okay, and then we are specifying that Ansible connection. So the mechanism it should use to connect to the target system is WinRM. Okay, so previously if we don't specify anything for Unix related operating system, it is always going to use SSH, and basically if you don't specify anything, it is going to use SSH mechanism. But in this case we know it is Windows, and if we try SSH mechanism, it is going to fail. So that's the reason we are specifying that connect using WinRM. Now the other process is the other thing which we are specifying is the port on which it should connect to. So WinRM by default uses 5985 port, but in your case if something has changed or you are running WinRM services on different port, you can use that port. And the other thing which I am doing is Ansible WinRM server certificate validation, I am changing it to ignore, because otherwise we are going to get error like certificate didn't match or things like that. So I'm just disabling it. And then Ansible WinRM transport, I'm setting it to NTLM. Now we can save this information, and let's clear the screen once more, and let's create a file which is called, let's create another playbook which is called ping windows servers.yaml. Okay, and again this is a YAML playbook, so we are just going to write hyphen 3 times and then hyphen name, give the name of the play, give a name to this play. So we are going to call it pinging Windows servers. Okay, and then what we can do is hosts is going to be Windows servers. Remember, this is the name which we had given in the inventory file. So this time this task we are going to run only on the Windows server, so we are not specifying CentOS servers. Okay, and then we can set gather facts to no, and then we can specify tasks. Under task we need to set hyphen name, and then we just let's call it ping Windows server right now. Okay, and again now here we are not going to use just ping. So if you are connecting to Windows, the modules which we use are slightly different. So in this case, module which we are going to use is called winping. So we are going to run it using Ansible -playbook command, and we are going to provide inventory file name, which is hosts, and then ping Windows servers YAML. Okay, now here you can see it is running a play, and it has executed this play successfully on the Windows server, and it connected successfully. Everything was okay. That's why you can see we are now able to connect to our CentOS servers and Windows server. Now let's do one thing. Can we let's say, what if we need to ping all the servers? Okay, how we are going to handle that thing? So what we can do is, and again, this is one of the important concept. You can create playbooks for different tasks, and then you can have a single playbook which is including those different playbooks. Okay, so here you can see we have I'm sorry if you're getting notification for WhatsApp. I think someone is just sending me WhatsApp notification, so there is slight disturbance. Anyways, so what I have done is I have created one more file which is called ping all servers, and I'm going to open this file for you. And now here you can see what we have done is we are importing both our playbooks. Okay, so we are saying -import playbook ping Windows servers YAML, and then we are importing another playbook which is called ping CentOS servers.yaml. Now we are going to save it, and this time we are going to run it. So we are just going to say ping, I'm sorry, it's not going to be ping, it's Ansible Playbook -i, provide the name of the inventory file host, and this time we are going to run ping all servers, and let's see how this task runs. So you can see first of all it is running the plays which is available in ping Windows servers file, and it is pinging Windows server, and then it has moved on to running ping CentOS server YAML file. And now you can see it has executed all the tasks, and here you can see in the play recap you can see that on 192 basically on CentOS server there are 2 tasks which has been executed, even though we had written only one task of pinging the server. Now the reason for running these 2 tasks is because there is one default task which is gathering facts task which is running as well. Okay, but on the Windows server we had disabled that task, so that's why you can see there is only one task which has ran successfully, and that task is basically pinging the server. So just a quick recap, what we have done is we created an inventory file which is called hosts, and here you can see this is the information which we have provided. So we have created a group which is called CentOS server, and then we created another group which is called Windows servers, and under CentOS server we provided list of CentOS servers IPs, and again under Windows server we provided list of Windows server IP, and also we provided some additional detail which helps Ansible know the mechanism it needs to use to connect to the target server. Okay, and then we created 2 YAML playbooks. One is ping Windows server, then we created another one which is ping CentOS server. We ran both of them independently, and then what we did is we created one more third playbook which is called ping all servers, and inside this playbook we included both the, again let me open the content. Inside this what we did is we imported both the playbooks which is called ping Windows server and ping CentOS server. So eventually when we ran ping all servers.yaml, it executed both of these playbooks, and it executed the tasks which were available in those playbooks. Okay, so I hope this video has helped you.